I just feel so lucky. It's like a fever dream sometimes.
I believe in dreams and second chances. I believe in holding on to hope. So why don't you?
Hello, I'm Joel Stewart. In November of 2024, Jane Gowan and I had the privilege of joining Skydiggers as they began work on a new album, Dreams and Second Chances, at the Tragically Hip's Bathouse studio. In the studio's upstairs rehearsal space, we were able to find each band member in a moment of creative reflection.
I will always sing for you, 'cause that's just what I do.
This is Employee of the Myth. Today's episode, Jessy chimes in.
I wanna do this right, so why don't you? How come I feel like such a fool? I believe in dreams and second chances. I believe in holding on to hope. So why don't you?
And now, joining Jane Gowan and me in conversation, Jessy Bell Smith, Skydigger. All right.
Welcome, Jessy Bell Smith. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I'm going to jump right to it, Jessy.
Okay.
There's a difference between being in the band and singing with a band and feeling like you're part of the band. Mm-hmm. When did you feel like you were a Skydigger?
Oh, that's a good question. It happened really gradually. There was never really an announcement or anything. I started opening for the band. Andy was interested in my own music and invited me to open, and I believe we were playing at Hugh's Room, and I was singing so loud in the audience that he just asked me to come up on the stage.
Really?
Yeah, and I just continued to be invited from that point on, so...
That's amazing.
Yeah, maybe
So
that day.
How long has it been, approximately?
Getting to 20-ish years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because your album, The Town, came out in around 2014, is that right?
Yeah.
So that's something you did separate, once you were already in Skydiggers, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The first recorded song you took vocals on, lead vocal, was that Deep Water from Northern Shore? Or was there one before that?
Well, it might have been Deep Water. There's also Ramblin' On, and I'm not sure when we recorded that timing-wise.
Right.
That was first or...
And that was on that She Comes in the Room EP,
yes.
correct?
Yes. Yeah,
Which is,
right.
For those who've never seen the band in a live situation, that continues to be a show-stopping moment that happens every night.
As is Dear Henry that you sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do my very best.
They kind of give you the home run pitches. They kind of give you the fastballs to hit out of the park set-wise, right?
Yeah, I can really ham it up in some of them, too. You say to me, this is the end. Feelings that you got, you can't defend. But down this old road, you see fields of
Why do you think this band works as a dynamic, as a thing, as a collective? Do you view it as a collective?
Yeah. In fact, it's familial to me, and always kind of been that way. I'm quite close with Noel, the drummer. We were friends and in high school together. And yeah, even just this past week of recording, the way we are in the house together, everyone pitches in cooking and cleaning, and we have a natural, family feeling with
That's
one
really
another.
nice.
And I think that comes through when we're playing. It comes through in our joy, definitely, in just really savoring the experience with one another on stage. And I hear a lot of reaction from the crowd about that, about our interactions. And yeah, that definitely comes through in how much care everyone gives to their parts too, and listening to one another. And we're very, very polite. A polite band. Like no one wants to step on anyone's toes. Everyone clears everything with everyone. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's ideal in a lot of ways.
Let's talk about that word polite, because it's very interesting, because sometimes with politeness comes compromise, right? But I don't think we're not talking about that here. It's like it's just respect. It's
Right.
respect for craft. Tell me more about what that word polite means to you, or is it just politeness?
No, I guess it's not really etiquette, but rather it's an intention to bring the best out in the song, and that being everyone's core goal. And also just a loving care for each other's comfort too. That happens all the time. Also congratulating each other continually. Oh, that was amazing what you did. That was so great. That we're just continually passing this ball around of appreciation for one another. Yeah.
You've written at least 2 songs for this record that you're working on this week, this new
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the politeness prevents you from saying, oh, maybe, let's try this? Or do you still feel like you can bring your strong ideas to
Oh,
the
yeah.
arrangement or whatever it is?
Yeah, absolutely. And that caring creates a safe place to bring ideas forward. And also, they might work or they might not, and everyone feels comfortable to mention things, even about one another's parts too. No one really gets, bristled about that or feels really precious about their part. We're all willing to hear from one another about what might not be working and to take that into consideration. So it's it works really well.
When did you know you could sing?
I knew I could sing at a high school assembly in Guelph, Ontario, at Centennial High School. I was forced into singing in a Christmas recital by a friend of mine. I happened to be painting stage sets in the rooms where the auditions were going on. And he came in and said, "What are you doing? Sing a song." So I just picked Silent Night, and I kind of did it in the rambling on sort of way, a cappella and quite big and bombastic. And so far, really, I had just been copying Whitney Houston as much as I could growing up.
Not everybody can do that. by the way.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
You have to aim for something that's
Yes.
out of your league and then work
Absolutely.
really hard at it.
I was the 3 tenors, all 3 of them.
All three.
Yeah. Yeah. Domingo Pavarotti
same
and the other
time.
guy no one remembers. Jose Carreras. Just kidding. Okay, great. So you were kind of doing Whitney Houston.
Well, yeah, and the reaction that I got from people was the first time I had a real emotional response from a large group of people, and had people come to me afterwards, and some people were in tears, and I had spent the whole day really meditating and wanting to bring something to this. So it was the first time I've really had that interaction with a crowd, and learned how to focus that nervous energy. I remember my hands were just shaking on the mic, which is one of the first times I'd ever sung on a mic too.
Wow.
So yeah, and the entire cafeteria erupted. It was quite amazing.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I'll ever meet that again. That feeling.
So
But,
did that give you the bug of the stage?
Yeah, I mean, I always feel a super reverence for the stage too. So I'm always nervous. I'm always really present in the opportunity to be on a stage. And I started trying to play in coffee shops very nervously. But with Skydiggers, I've had such an amazing opportunity to play on so many wonderful stages across Canada, and little halls and big places too, and Massey Hall too. So I just feel so lucky. It's like a fever dream sometimes.
A 20-year fever dream.
Yeah, it continues. Yeah.
I want to get that looked at.
And as the only woman in the band, do you feel sometimes like the only woman in the band, or do you just feel like it's just a group of friends?
Yeah, the only times that is noticeable is bathrooms.
Okay.
You have a bathroom all to yourself.
I don't.
Oh, I thought maybe like the 9 of them have to share one.
No.
Well, you should. We're going to put that in as a request for you.
Well, because we're a cozy band, we can be backstage, and it can be kind of closed in. But that's the only time that I really notice that there could be, that I have to be one of the guys sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Are you shy?
Am I? Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm very, very shy. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of shy people find the stage to be a refuge?
I hear that that's true. Yeah. And I hear that is a way that expressive people can be themselves, whereas, in regular conversation, it can be a little harder to know how to, follow the plot. Yeah. I do anyway. But there's a lot that can be said on the stage that doesn't have words too. So it can be freeing in that way too, and movement, and dancing, and expression beyond words.
What's your relationship with your voice? If you were to compare it to the kid in the cafeteria you're probably better, right? Right? But
it's subjective.
But how would you describe it?
I think it's really mysterious. There's a lot of good singers in my family. We've all sung in harmony around the campfire and that sort of thing. And I also love to imitate anything and everything. So like a mynah bird. Wow. I just like to copy and feel what it feels to sing in different ways. All different genres I really love too, to try. And I'm continuously singing. Like it's sort of like a habit that I can't really control. It's always going on. There's always music in my head. And when I get on the stage, I'm more conscious of the instrument of my body and the musculature required in order to do the song. So there's a more of an athletic part of it in that way, where I'm feeling out different muscles and pitch and trying to hear where I am in the balance. But I'm also amazed that it continues, because I sort of feel like maybe one day I'll open my mouth and it'll just be a puff of air.
Oh, no.
So every time, but every time I sing, I'm like, oh God, it's there. It's there, So I can really enjoy and savor where I am at each stage of my voice's development too. Because I'm getting a nice little rasp too.
Oh, yeah.
Not as nice as Andy's, but it's coming along.
Singing with Andy Mays, when you first started singing with him, he's got that great kind of leathery, warm tone to his voice. So what was it like to try and blend with him?
Well, he just has such a wonderful voice. And I was trying to describe it as like a hand under another hand. I'd like to fit into his voice. And that's happened gradually over years too. But the way he delivers things is so beautiful that it's lovely to just sort of be by his side and fill in around him. And I noticed that I sing differently with Josh than I do with Andy too. I change the way that I sing just automatically because I'm wanting to support Andy and yeah,
right. Of course.
Sometimes our vibrato even kind of links up, I've noticed in recordings. It's just kind of neat. Not intentional, but it's just coming out that way.
Yeah, wow.
We're wavering in the same ways.
The OG Skydiggers,
yeah.
We're with configurate. We're kind of known as a harmony band, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's still all these great singers on stage, but the nature of the harmonies is different. Yes, would it be different? If so, how would you describe the difference in the harmony construction?
Well, I think maybe my musical background, I mean, I have a lot of choir in my background, gospel music also. There's some of those sensibilities that I can add in my harmony parts too. I love male voices, male harmonizing, especially in groups. I really, really love that, and I love singing with that too. So it's nice sometimes to stay off the mic and just hear Andy and Josh sing and hear that resonance. And we've done shows with Peter Cash too, which I really, really love. The four of us singing is really lovely too. So I feel sort of like a sister in a group of brothers in a way. Yeah.
When they did Hide Your Light, Bide Your Time, they made that record in Victoria, and they came back and they said, hey, check out these things. And then the actual song, Hide Your Light, Bide Your Time, was Josh and Andy doing the weave throughout on every line.
Hide your light, bide your time. Don't give in to poison minds. Love will find its way.
Then they nuked one of those parts and brought in you because it was important for the band. Which I just think speaks volumes about Andy, right? As a person, as a leader, as a nurturer of talent. I found that gesture to be incredible because I really liked that first version. I've learned to love the version that's on the album now.
Right.
But that being my first thing, and just that song with the trumpets and everything that's happening, that gesture, being handed that song, does it mean as much to you as it seems to mean to me? Sorry.
I'm glad it means a lot to you. They all mean a lot to me. That being invited to sing these songs is very, very special. And I'm sort of bewildered by it still, even after these many years that I'm being given these opportunities to do this. And I bring a lot of joy to it because I'm so grateful. So I think that's one of the reasons that they want to support me. The support is mutual because of that group gratitude that we have. And yeah, the fact that my voice is wanted and is missed when it's not there means a lot to me too. And Andy's really made a commitment to me and having me as a part of his musical life indefinitely. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm happy to be part of that.
To dance, to sing, and soar on the tip of a wing, to hold the world by a string and dare to be anything. Hide your light, bide your time. Don't give in to poison mind. Love will find its way and dare to be anything. Love will find a way.
What was the audience response like when you first started singing with the band? Do you remember?
Yeah, a lot of positive comments, like really, really love what you're adding. how long have you been with the band is a question that I still get. I'll always feel like a new member, no matter how many years I'm with the band, because they're so established as them. So,
what's the responsibility then? Sorry, I mean to catch you off.
No.
What's the responsibility of being a Skydigger? You say it's an established band. You sing along in the audience. They invite you up. Mm-hmm. That's how the movie starts, right?
Yeah.
But then what's the responsibility when you're one of those people on stage?
I don't ever get a heavy sense of responsibility so much as that I just want to make Andy happy. So I kind of perform for him a lot of the time. And, I'll give to the audience, but really in my mind, it's often me and Andy on stage together to carry on the same sense of respect and listening and compassion and support. Those are my responsibilities in the band, but as in this group of friends also that we're caring for one another.
I read this great quote on your Bandcamp that when you were talking about your songwriting, you say that songs kind of come to you like a premonition. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking of all the things that happen in the background with music, with the mind and with the body and with whoever you're playing music with, and the language that's created in the background. So you and Andy, aside from your songwriting thing, your relationship with your voices, is there some sort of telepathy that goes on in the background, or do you think there's some of that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think I know how to connect with where he is emotionally in the songs, too. And I seem to be able to instinctively know what is going to really be exciting for Josh and Andy to hear. They give me very little direction on what I'm going to be doing. I get to be creative in every song if I want to. Even in this recording of this week, there have been moments where the harmony is just there, and even the words are there. And because I'm familiar enough to know the writing style that it's like I already know the song. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have had lots of other musical relationships. I mean, you're part of the cultural scene in Guelph, which I think is quite a rich cultural scene.
It is.
Is that where Noel's from as well?
Originally, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you had you sang with your late friend Richard Laviolette.
That's right. Yes.
And I just wanted to ask you a little bit about that relationship, because I've seen some videos and stuff online of the two of you singing together, and it's really lovely.
Yes.
And there was a posthumous album put out just recently, right? So
Yeah,
can you tell me a little bit about that relationship, if it's okay with you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Richard and I are also lifelong musical brother and sister, I would say. A similar kind of sibling resonance with one another. And we just finished touring that posthumous album. Okay. We had our last show with it for this run anyway at the Heartwood in Owen Sound, where Richard grew up. So a lot of Richard's family was there. Oh, wow. And it was really challenging, as you can imagine, that during the recording, we didn't really know how much time we had. We didn't know whether it would be finished. And it ended up being finished by us. And yeah, he's just such an incredible songwriter. So amazing. I really encourage anyone to listen to his music. If there's anything that pains me at this point, it's that I wish that it had reached more people, because he was incredibly gifted. But again, we're coming together to honor him, to say thank you for the songs that he wrote for us. Yeah, we're going to continue to do that.
Beautiful.
Keep him close.
And the album's called All Wild Things Are Shy.
Yes.
Which is so great.
Oh, yeah, it's
love
beautiful.
that. Yeah.
And very true.
All wild things are shy.
Yeah.
We spoke about shyness earlier.
That's right.
And then she spoke about cutting loose on stage.
That's
also,
right.
Yeah.
one could say
All shy.
Wild things are shy.
And all shy things are wild.
Things are wild, too.
Is that what you meant?
Something, I don't know what. Word soup
think
over
I
here
interrupt- I
with
think
this
I
guy.
interrupted.
I don't know what I mean, really.
I think I know.
Yeah.
You and
your love would sing. You could play most anything. George and Tammy, Bob's the king. Nashville sound and western swing. You were a constant love, shelter from the storms above. You were a constant love. You're in my heart and in my blood.
How do you describe this blessing of being in this band?
I just think of it as this wonderful gift and also a bit of a lottery, it feels like. And I've been accused of not taking more responsibility, but I just feel like so lucky. I mean, I don't even have any gear. I just get to show up and have fun and get to travel, and I just love seeing little halls. It's so wonderful to me how we can be playing in a very small town, in a little town hall. And I think to myself, like, who's going to come? Where are we? And the place is filled with people singing the songs, and they're so happy to be there. And it's warm, and they've made us dinner, and it's just fantastic. You know, I've done the playing in really rough bars and sleeping on floors and all that kind of stuff. So having that experience, you know, getting the loving treatment and is very, very nice too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have hobbies that you do on the road? I mean, I'm just thinking of Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones used to draw every single hotel room he would be in. Do you have anything that kind of, you know, keeps you busy in the downtimes?
Yes, I go to cemeteries.
Oh, wow.
So wherever we go, I automatically start walking. Usually, you know, I'm not needed for load in and that sort of thing, so I have some time, and I will just head to the nearest cemetery and plonk myself down there and have a little cemetery picnic.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you get out of that?
Oh, it's like I'm not totally sure, but I feel really grounded there. I don't know.
As it were.
Everyone's feeling that way there, I guess.
Insert joke here.
Exactly. Yuck,
intended.
yuck. There's something about them. There's a peacefulness there. There's something to learn about the place that you're in, too. I'm kind of interested to read the really old headstones, and I'm thinking about, you know, the origins of the town. I'm really interested in history. So yeah, I just that I find or museums and art galleries.
Right.
Maybe thrift stores.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta do that. Gotta hit
Of
those.
that. You just played in Picton in Prince Edward County. There's a pretty beautiful cemetery there. Did you manage to get to it?
I don't think I did.
It's massive.
Is it?
So next time.
Okay, I
It's
did
incredible.
walk to the end of a street and looked over it and was really taken by this beautiful
It is. It's just at the end. It
cemetery
starts at the end.
on a hill. But
Yeah.
it was a little too far away to get to. Maybe next time I'll hike out
Definitely. Yeah.
Hop in a cab, say, take me to the dead center of town.
there. Yeah, take me to the dead people. Oh,
Have a nice night, everybody. Drive safely.
He's here all week.
Yeah.
try the fish.
Anyone here from Winnipeg? Sorry? No, I heard you. I'm just sorry. Joel's unkind joke does not reflect the Skydiggers' opinion of Winnipeg. Winnipeg has always been gracious and welcoming to Skydiggers. Go Bombers. Go Jets. Shout out Guess Who?
In your other life, your non-musical life, or although music seeps into everything, you have other jobs that you do.
I do.
You're a healthcare worker.
I was. I worked in the hospital. I was a psychiatric guard for
Wow.
several years, which was very, very interesting. I worked also in nursing homes and retirement homes throughout my teenage years. So that was a lot of writing fodder, too, for me. And, yeah, when I'm not playing music, I am gardening. So I love plants, love foraging, mushrooms, things like that. I'm a bit wild and a bit of a pioneer at heart, so I'm always trying to get back to the analog days.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a good balance.
Yeah, it is.
What's the moment you look forward to every night?
The moment I look forward to every night. Oh my gosh.
On stage.
On stage.
When you're done at the cemetery.
Oh, thank God.
And before the after party.
Thank God you made that distinction.
Yeah.
There is a moment where I kind of lock into where I am, and it has to do with the lights often. I kind of look up in the lights and let them wash over me or absorb into them, and I have this ecstatic kind of divine joy happen to me because, they just put me in the present. And it's like everything you were worried about before, everything you were nervous about, any of your thoughts about everything, it's all gone. Now it's just the performance, it's just Andy, it's just the humor in the moment, it's the faces in the crowd. Things become very, very simple, and I really, really love that experience.
Well,
Hey, thank you, Jessy.
thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
And
It's
I'm
so
really
nice
looking
talking to you.
You too. Really looking forward to your 2 songs that are yours on this next upcoming album.
Yes,
Congratulations.
another wonderful gift from Andy and Josh to bring those songs in to be included.
Yeah.
And have this amazing band play them in such an amazing space.
What a bunch
So-
of hacks, eh? Unreal.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's unreal.
Like,
They're so good.
lottery.
Oh,
Ding,
my
ding, ding.
goodness.
Yeah. Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. All right.
Lovely.
Thank you, Jessy.
Thanks so much.
Special thanks to Jessy Bell Smith. Skydigger's new album, Dreams and Second Chances, is available worldwide on May 9th, 2025. Today's podcast was recorded and mixed by Jane Gowan. If you enjoyed this conversation, please rate, review, share, subscribe, and play it loud. For all your news and dates, please visit skydiggers.com. Thanks for listening.
Don't look to me for the answer. I don't know nothing anymore. I'll do my best in the meantime and wonder what it's been for. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour. Je t'aime toujours, mon amour.